y'all are saying, then it should be relatively easy to get back if you can just put your ego down. And, if you're so tired, take a nap and then you can talk to me and we can figure this out.
Exactly. And you're sitting there next to Phaedra, who literally got everybody in trouble, got the whole show in trouble. Hello, and welcome to another episode of Bravo. We're Black. I am Kaya, and I am so excited to introduce this guest today because this has been overdue. This has been probably years in the making. Yeah. This is something that I am just so proud to present to you guys because I specifically did a poll and I was like, who should I ask next to be on this podcast, honey? Since, Aaron is a little bit busy, but he'll be back very soon. So I'm like, it's too much of just me yapping. You guys said, like, I'm not even joking, Kara. So many people were just like, Kara Berry needs to be on BWB, and she's never been on. And I'm like, that can't be right because we are in the Instagram streets.
We're typing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we are like we're the same niche. We talk about the same things. How is that possible?
Yeah.
So I immediately DM'd you, and I feel like I asked you before, like a long time ago, but then it got lost in DMs. So I had to spin the block. Okay, please. And ask you on. You are an amazing podcaster, a star. You keep us updated on everything, not just Bravo, but like really reality, pop culture. You are on all the platforms, and you've been around for, so long that you are really someone that I look up to in the podcasting game because you are like really credible, knowledgeable, and funny. So welcome to Bravo, We're Black.
Wow, what a I'm like blushing. Thank you so much. I'm so happy to be here. And yes, it has been so many years in the making, and I'm so thrilled to be here. So thank you for everybody for advocating for me.
Listen, I'm just like, that don't sound right. Like, I had to have had her. But I know that I keep like Kendrick in rotation. I keep Reaper in rotation. So it's just like I need to get some more people in rotation, honey, especially when the people are telling me that this is long overdue and they're right. I have to get something going.
If only we had to do this, if only so people don't talk about us on Reddit and be like, they're beefing, they don't like each other,
Listen, that was the next step because it's like, how long is it going to be?
Right.
Well, welcome. Oh my God, I'm so excited to have you here, man. Like, I even asked you because this is a pop culture episode, but I'm bending the rules for you because everybody's business but mine. Like, I usually just talk about pop culture on Wednesdays, but I want to talk about Bravo with you. I want to talk about pop culture with you. I want to talk about scripted shows with you. I want to talk about like how you got your start, even though people already know. Like if you listen to my podcast, you obviously already listen to Kara. Like you
might not.
And just in case you don't, you're gonna start today and make sure you get on over there and rate them 5 stars because those 5 stars actually mean a lot. That's very important. Okay. Yes. So yeah, like the first thing I just wanted to ask you, how are you doing and what are you watching?
I would have said like 20 minutes ago that I was doing great, but then we just got this Janaye announcement on her Instagram story, so I'm a little bit shaky. But other than that, I'm doing well. I'm trying to keep all the Bravo balls in the air. We got the Valley, we've got Orange County, Atlanta just finished. I'm sad about that, and there's a lot. There's a lot going on. A lot going on,
child. A lot going on. Okay, so let's just get into before we even do the pop culture episode, which is our Black Excellence Award. Every week we usually do a Black Excellence Award for the Pop Culture Award, and it's just like a Black person who is just killing it, for you in general. But before that, like what Kara just talked about, Janaye and Kenny have broken up, just in case you guys don't know. I mean, I don't know how you could not know, because as soon as it happened, it spread like wildfire. Like,
Right.
people are treating this like CSI. They have timestamps because they went to David Dobrik, who I blame. Like, they went to his like I think it was like a birthday party or something, and they were together and they looked happy and they were posting and it was fun. And then
Right.
by the next day,
Barely got the sleep out of my eyes before they were broken up. Wild.
broken up. And then not even just broken up, it's to the point where, okay, the PPG, of course they unfollowed him, but for the men to unfollow him,
Right.
that's a huge red flag, because a man doesn't unfollow anyone, especially another man, unless you literally like have to go to their profile and be like, unfollow this person. But even Rob unfollowed, like
Even Rob. Even Ariana apparently unfollowed him. That's really
and she
wild.
don't play. And y'all wanna get on Ariana about certain things that just make no sense. But
Mm,
Ariana does not play with these men, especially.
right.
And when it comes to Janae, I mean, like, well, who would? What do you think could have happened? Because she put up a post basically saying that she's on the theories, and there's a lot of theories out there. Some people are saying that it's not cheating. I don't know what it could be. It's harmful, to kind of just say that you heard this and you heard that. But I mean, obviously, the mind does wonder, if it's not cheating, then what can it be?
Right, because I believe in the statement she said, "I've seen your theories and they're all wrong." So I'm like, well, we had 75 theories. What what's the 76th one that is actually correct? Like, I'm mind blown. Like, I just can't imagine what it could be if it's not cheating. I mean, she did allude to him being like Cap from day one, so it must be that. I mean, it must be just simple as like he truly never wanted her, which is the worst possible thing
Yeah.
considering her journey on the show of feeling unwanted, you know?
I just feel so bad for her, and hopefully this just launches her
Yeah.
into a new era in her life. Because I mean, I'll be honest, y'all been dating for a year now, because
Mhm.
y'all got together on Love Island. I'm not saying that y'all should be moved in after a year, like, by no means necessary, because I don't know if I'll ever live with the man. Like, just
Right.
the way that they act. Like, what
Right.
did Whoopi say? Like, I don't want some man in my house. But you know
Hello?
especially after like a year, I'm like, I don't know if we should necessarily stay together, but you should be near me, or we
Right.
should be talking about progressing in that next step.
A
um
plan.
yeah,
Mhm.
exactly. Like, a plan. Like, what are we going to do if we're not going to move in together? And like, how are we going to consistently see each other? And like, what am I mistaken? Or because I didn't watch, like, I see some of the show, but I don't be paying attention to it because it's a little bit
Yeah.
boring. Y'all
Yeah.
arguing about spray tans and makeup, and I'm just like, when is Serena and Janae gonna be talking? But part of it was like, even when they were filming the show, where I don't think they were living together filming the show.
Yeah, Kenny had made the decision to, I mean, obviously production gave them apartments to live in Hollywood, and he
Yeah.
was like, no, we're going to live next to each other, like right next door instead of together. And honestly, at the time, it did make sense to me because he had said, our whole relationship has been on a plane. And I'm like, you, like, get away from me. So, as somebody who's very back away 6 feet, and I'm thinking, we're filming all day, I need a break. I'm gonna need like 30,
And you're
45
right next
minutes.
door.
And you can come in an hour. Come knocking. Maybe I'll be ready for you at that point. So it did make sense to me, but now I'm like, now I gotta completely anti Kenny.
Now I feel like, okay, you wanted to be next door because you would do it. Like, you had your whole wife and family there.
Right.
Like,
What
what
happened?
happened, child? Because
Oh,
it's too much. So obviously we'll be keeping our eye out for that. I mean, I'm not really covering USA too much, but that I have fatigue from the current cast. So
yeah.
when we go back to last year cast, I'm like, hold on, what happened? So,
I'm with you. That's fair. Completely
so
fair.
Yeah, let's move on to something like better and like brighter. Our Black Excellence Award. I have a couple of people that I want to give it to, and obvious you don't know this, but the Black Excellence Award also does not have to go to a Black person. We've given it to fictional characters. We've given it to Lindsay Lohan. We've given it to like a bunch of people. It's just I'm Black, and I say that this is the Black Excellence Award today.
And that's all that matters. Okay, I
Exactly.
got you.
So this week, Eddie Murphy really has been he's been doing press because he has a movie coming up with Keke Palmer and Pete Davidson and Keke Palmer. I think that they work together and then they're going to have to save his wife essentially, and Keke Palmer is just in the mix. I already gave Keke Palmer her flowers because I think that she was like the most amazing like person to do the interview with Alandria and Shelley. Like that was a great interview, and she is a Black woman who resonates with a lot of the things that they were saying. And Janaye, girl, if you do a podcast,
hello,
don't
Keke on the main line, please.
People, hallelujah, because people are in the comments saying, "Call her daddy, call her." No shade. No tea, no shade.
Hang up, mommy. Hang up, mommy. Okay, and pick and call Keke.
Exactly. Keke, Jessie Woo, I mean, you, me, who asked me, like everybody. Like, they're Kendra, like anyone.
I'm going to be running in my heels like Nene to her DMs after this to be like, do you want to talk?
Hey, I will literally send her, since Beyonce wants, who is also, again, one of my Black Excellences, DC3 in general.
And me as well, yes.
Kelly, Michelle, Beyonce, my other, I'm going to be sending her the lyrics to Girl, like I may have been lying, I need somebody to hurt you. Girl. Exactly. But Eddie Murphy was doing some press and he revealed that there is going to be a donkey spinoff after the Shrek movie, and they are currently I don't give a fuck. Like, I like these things. I grew up with Shrek. I love Shrek. Zendaya is going to be on the new one. Like, these are just things that bring me joy. So, he was saying that there's going to be a donkey spinoff. Donkey's my favorite character. Him and the baddie dragon that he had babies with in her eyelashes. Like, period. So, excited to see that. I also wanted to give it to DC3 because Beyonce, I am now in inconceivable debt just going to Atlanta. And although I'm beefing with you because you didn't do that in Atlanta, you didn't bring out Nobody Night one. I mean, you got on the horse, you got back on the horse. That was beautiful to see. It was an amazing concert from beginning to end. But the second night you brought out Jay-Z, and I'm like, I side-eyed you because I wasn't there.
Yeah.
But for you to bring out DC3 to Vegas, you really showed you. And for them to look that damn good all these years later, I was a child when they first like got together, an infant even, like, and now, yeah, like I was yeah. I mean, they looked amazing. I'm just jealous that Vegas got that. I don't believe. I'm sorry. No tea, no shade to Vegas. I'll be seeing y'all for BravoCon, of course, but I don't think that they deserved it because when she put the spear in her visuals, they were like, "Oh, we didn't say that she was coming to the spear." So you should have did that in Atlanta where all the Black people were. Like, come on.
Right. Or DC, some kind of chocolate city, for sure.
Thank you. Right. Not Vegas. Excuse me? Where Elvis was? Don't piss me off. But it was just such a good like feeling of nostalgia and everything. And I know that a lot of people's theory is that Act 3 is going to be a rock album because she's flipping genres on the side. But if Act 3 stands for DC3 instead, I would actually prefer that.
I would ascend.
Exactly.
I hadn't even considered that.
the spirit would leave
My
the body.
mind has been fully set on rock for the past year and a half now. But yeah, I did see that there were pictures of the guy from System of a Down at the Vegas show. So I
Mm-hmm.
might be heading in a rock and roll direction. And I would like to see it. But I would like to see that too, what you said. If she want to scoot around, if we want to circle the block and bring Kelly and Michelle with us, that's fine.
Porque no
Bring
los dos.
Bob.
Put Kelly and Michelle on a rock song.
Right. Oh, I
The
would.
Veronicas, but black.
Oh my gosh.
Like,
I would
so
live.
who are or is your black excellence for this week?
Well, I mean, adjacent to this, who has been making me cry every video I'm seeing is Blue Ivy's last performance. I'm
Yes.
like she's my daughter, and I'm like, look at the
Yes.
evolution. She's come so far since Renaissance, and she's just like such a beautiful young lady. And and she just seems like so well poised, and she's out there getting it. And I just have been loving watching her journey since Renaissance tour, and she's just so nervous, and like now she's so confident, and like I'm just every year I'm like, here we go. And I like barely cry over people I know's children. And I'm like, oh, you did it, Blue.
Exactly. After kids, but Blue Ivy.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, that's so good. Yeah, I saw her, and like her getting emotional is also because I feel like she knows she killed that. Like she ate that. And it's crazy because there's obviously like improvement from her first show of Renaissance to her last show of Renaissance. But if you look at the improvement from her first show to the last Cowboy Carter show, it's like that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That is insane. It's like biopic loading. We got Rumi. We got
We're watching history, people.
Right. Like, pay attention. Listen, Act 3 might be Blue Ivy. I don't know.
Hello? It might be.
Oh my God. I just love them. Yeah, so it was so funny because Tyler Perry is such a part of the Beehive that he's been going to like every show, and he's like, we finally finished the tour, and I'm like, Tyler, if you don't shut up and get that next season of Beauty and Black ready, like, don't piss me off. But it's so funny because in Atlanta is when the new Madea movie, the final, not Final Destination, Medea's Destination Wedding came out, and he was partying it up in Atlanta. And I remember going to Atlanta, and like in between the shows, I was watching Medea's Destination Wedding while Tyler Perry was like at the show. It's so funny to just think about. So okay, obviously, I mean, I know about your podcast, but I want you to tell my listeners, like, how did you start? What keeps you going? And like, what are some of your, like highlights? And do you have a dream guest?
I started out, late 2019, and I was like, I need to have a podcast that I'm not going to get bored with. I want to be able to talk about everything that is going on in this brain of mine. And I'm watching everything across the board. So it's a little bit of TLC, it's a little bit of Bravo, Netflix, we're getting into Hulu. I love, like, Don't Let You Be Mormon. I'm sad, okay? And so
Mormon, you say?
Yeah. I don't know why that's such a thing for me, but we all have our stuff, okay? And yeah, so I talk about everything that's going on under the pop culture sun. I do reality TV recaps, Housewives. Right now I'm talking Welcome to Plathville on TLC. And what are we getting into? The Valley reunions coming up. And yeah, every week I do a pop culture roundup. Then I'm starting back up again, and just whatever BS happens in the world of Hollywood, I'm yapping about it.
As you should be, period.
Yeah.
That's so cool. So what has been like one of your highlights since having the show? Because you kind of got a jump on us, like pandemic podcasters is what I'll call us. Because, we started, me and Aaron, we were like like, okay, we can't go anywhere, we can't do anything.
Right.
I am immunocompromised, so I have to stay my black ass home
Right.
because no one cared. Like they were out coughing and doing all that stuff, even though, yeah, exactly. And I'm like, okay, you guys clearly do not care if I die, so I need to stay inside, but I need to go, like, I need to stay sane. So that's how we started our podcast. But you started the year before, and you like had a jump on that. So what has been some like your favorite part of like doing this?
Gosh, that's such a good question. Just the ability to be able to do this and have people like resonate with me has been like so mind blowing. I've had so many people be like, "Oh, I listened to you. I just had my baby. I'm up in the middle of the night breastfeeding.
Yes.
And, like I hear you, and my baby knows your voice." I'm like, that's really crazy. To experience like being part of people's lives and a part of their like day to day, routine is like the most incredible blessing that like people want me to be part of that. So yeah, I mean that really, and yeah, I mean the community, like y'all are so funny. It's so fun to talk to people. Like the podcast community, for the most part, is like very nice to each other, and I really appreciate that.
The most part.
For the most part, and I appreciate that. I appreciate y'all who are participating in the community.
In the community. Oh my goodness, that's so true. It's so like not strange, but I feel so humbled and blessed to be able to be a part of people's lives across the country, and not just the country, across the world. Like it's insane, like how we can all be connected, people of all races, shapes, sizes, backgrounds, religions, and we just all like come together to talk about these shows, or even because I'm a classic oversharer personally, even my personal life, they'll be like, hey, what happened with A, B, and C? And I'm just as nosy. I'm like, okay, so are you still with your baby daddy, or what happened? Like I'm just as nosy and invested in my listeners as they are into my show, and I can't thank them enough. So we have the same like highs, and obviously I don't want to focus on like the lows of it, but the lows are crazy, like
yeah, they can be for sure
insane. And it's like I didn't even mean y'all putting words in my mouth, y'all are, it's wild. So do you have like a dream guest that you would ever have on the show, or is that not really your thing?
That's so interesting because I don't know if I have like a one in particular, but like there are times where like people I would really like to talk to, I get the strong urge, like Gertie right now. I would really love to talk to Gertie in Miami and like see how we're feeling, girl. I want to check in because I got a lot of feelings about this season of Miami. And yeah, I mean, for now, I think that's it. I get nervous about like talking to celebrities because I want to be able to talk about them, and I don't want there to be any mixture in that. But I'm happy to talk to you as long as y'all know that
I'll be talking about you, child.
Yeah. Yeah, as long as we're cool, we're cool.
Exactly. No, that makes total sense. Yeah, like your podcast is such a staple. People always like will be like everybody's but mine, and they'll be like Kara, and just like across threads, across Instagram, across Reddit, like they will like reference you so much, and Reddit is like the most scary place that I try to like.
I can't put my eyes on that, but I'm happy to hear it. Thank you.
Yeah, you're like Reddit famous, and I'm just like, I know.
Well, God bless.
Like, yeah. It's all positive though, so that's like a really good thing.
That's really nice.
So let's get into just a touch of Bravo. I know usually I say Bravo for Saturdays, but I mean this is a special event, honey. Like we have to talk some Bravo. That is a lot of like my base, especially is Bravo watchers and people who listen to hear us talk about Bravo. What are you feeling about? First, okay, let's get to the Atlanta news. How are we feeling about allegedly everyone but Brit, obviously, is coming back, and the word on the street, and tell me if you heard something else, word on the street is K. Michelle and Pinky Cole
Yes.
will be joining the cast.
I did hear that. And Kenya announced that she's like definitely not coming back for next season. Something that I kind of figured that they would put Kenya on ice for one season before she comes back. I just felt like what had to happen. K Michelle.
The pause. The pause was so loud.
So I don't know.
Okay.
I'm reserving my feelings until we get a mic pack on her. I'm interested in Pinky. She's the owner of Slutty Vegan, right?
Yes.
Yes. I love Slutty Vegan. I've had a few of those fake hamburgers and they're delicious. So, you know, I'm interested in seeing how this goes, but I'm happy that all the girls are coming back. I coined the term Fangela, so I'm thrilled to have Angela Oakley back on my screen. I think she's going to be really, really in her bag season 2. And even though I think that, like, I really didn't understand the beef between her and Phaedra, I would like to see more of it, but actually have it be real. Because I do think that they're very formidable components, and I think it would be fun and entertaining.
No, I don't understand the beef either.
Yeah.
I don't know where it like really like came from. I'm still not understanding who hired who. Did your brother go to school with them? Even if her brother went to school with this person, does that make them guilty by association?
Right.
Like, you know, like, Atlanta is small, as is every like town. It's just so, I don't know. It's just so weird. As far as K. Michelle, I know a lot of people were like, I posted about it and they told me up in the comments. They said, no, cancel the show. Don't put her on there. Love and hip hop. And I'm just like, go back to like unknown people. And I'm just like, okay, I would love for them to just bring unknown people on there.
Yeah.
I'm there for that first. Rich housewives, I'm there for that. But when it comes to it, even though we may not have known, and I want people to think about that, we may not have known Sheree, Nene, we knew Candy, we definitely didn't know Kim. We didn't know these people back in the day.
To say it like that.
I'm just saying, 29-year-old Kim. We didn't know these people the first season, but if social media was as big as it was now, they would be people who were already popping, essentially.
Right.
Because just like Sheree said, when she had her party, it's the who's who of Atlanta. So when you have the who's who on the show, these are often not people who are unknown. These are people who are known. It was just a different era where social media wasn't so big. And I don't know if a lot of people have watched Love and Hip Hop, but K. Michelle is hilarious. And like, I understand sometimes she can get a little bit annoying, but she is talented. Like, that girl can sing the house down. She's hilarious. She can get along with other women. If you guys have watched, and that's why I was like, oh, if you guys have watched Queen's Court, then you would know, like, she is looking for a husband. I believe that she's actually married now. She's a country singer. Like, that's very, like, unique. It's not just another singer. Like, she's in a genre, and she's been doing this since before, you know, Cowboy Carter, because everyone wants to say, like, oh, now the Beyonce. No, like, there have been Black women who have been singing country and wanted to do country, and now that Beyonce has shown this light and said, like, hey, look at us, it gives us an opportunity to show that we are multi-talented, and she also has expressed a desire to be a housewife, and she is a businesswoman. So I think that people should definitely give K Michelle a chance. And when it comes to Pinky Cole, I feel like that's someone who we should be looking at, someone who has, you know, something going for themselves. But I think that she's also either married or coupled up with another like restaurateur. So it would be interesting. It's like adding like almost, well, K Michelle would be like adding a Candy to the show,
Right.
and Pinky would also be like adding a power player to the show. So I would like to give these people a chance. But if we can find some unknowns, like y'all want someone that doesn't have social media, that just stays in the house and has money and is a hunting wife, like I'd be open to that too, you know?
Right.
So
I just don't want any sing-offs between her and Drew and Shamea. Okay, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
I don't want to hear it either, because the way that she's going to eat both of them up, like,
Right.
it'd be
Because
a
we
little
already
bit
know what's going to
embarrassing.
happen, so let's just not. You know, Drew, sit down. Please sit down.
But what do you think, like ideally, what do you think, who should come back next season?
You know, my frustration with the reunion is it felt like there was so much that happened between the finale and the reunion. Like, I'm not understanding why Kelly and Porsha are beefing this heavy with each other. There's a lot of tension. And so I'm excited about that. I'm hoping that Shamea, I feel like Shamea is understanding that maybe she did not move exactly in the way that she should have and should have been more transparent. So I'm just excited to see like the season 2 editions of Angela and Shamea and Kelly, because I think that there's going to be a lot of like correcting, and I'm hoping it's in a good way.
Yeah, I just hope that like I'm a Fangela, like you have coined, and honestly, I'm waiting for those line of fans, because I live in South Florida. It gets hot as hell outside. So like, where is it? Put your face on it and let's get it going. And she needs to send you a couple free ones and give you an affiliate code, okay?
Where the fans at, Angela? I'm asking you.
Exactly. So I just hope that it doesn't go to her head. I hope that Shamea speaks up for herself. And unpopular opinion though, I feel like Porsha's dead wrong in the way that she's kind of like, she treated Shamea on the show and after.
Yeah.
I'm not with the bandwagon of that. Like, I understand that Shamea may have went about it wrong, but she had Porsha's back so much, even in the times that she wanted to confront Porsha. And she's like, actually, my friend is going through a lot right now, and I've known her basically my whole life, so I don't want to add to that stress, and we can figure this out at any time, because she's always going to be my friend. Whereas Porsha is like, no, actually, like, I'm kind of like done with it. She's like brushing it off. And I relate to that, because I feel like I'm so loyal that it's to like a fault sometimes, where Porsha was like, oh, well, you know, I'm going through so many things that I don't have enough to take this on. And Shamea's like, I'm equally going. We see with her daughter, you know, rumors about her. Like, she's like, well, I'm also going through an equal amount of things, and I didn't steal nobody's husband. And I make space for these things because that's the kind of friend that I am, and that's how I am. It's like, when I value a friendship, I don't care how much I'm going through, I'm going to make sure that, you know, I'm there and we can figure this out later, and I'm not going to like try to add to your stress load. So I feel like Shamea is just so misunderstood, and that's what happens when you're loyal to a fault.
Totally. Yeah, when Porsha was starting to introduce this idea of like, I have too much on my plate, therefore I'm not going to do anything to try to fix this friendship, I'm like, huh? What language are you speaking? Because I don't speak that language either. Like, I was totally with Shamea, and like, if this is your homegirl, like, y'all are saying, then it should be relatively easy to get back if you can just put your ego down. And, you know, if you're so tired, take a nap, and then you can talk to me and we can figure this out.
Exactly. And you're sitting there next to Phaedra, who literally got everybody
Hello.
in trouble, got the whole show in trouble. Like,
Hello.
what are we talking about right now? And I've known you since teenagehood.
Right.
And that whole mom thing is very tricky. I definitely would bring that to
Very.
camera because once we start, especially mamas, like I
I
got
was
nothing to
like
say.
Cynthia, like let's not go here.
We're leaving that out. Cut it.
Yeah.
Like that's not even for the. That's not because about my.
Mm-mm.
But so Kelly has put. Let's go through everyone. Kelly, I feel like she has so much potential, especially now that Britt is not going to be there for her to
Mm-hmm.
kind of be essentially like Britt's lapdog. What
Right.
would you like to see from Kelly this upcoming season?
I'm excited for her to get more in the mix, like you say, like not be so buddy buddy with Brit, and I think that won't be that hard. I love to see like Kelly and Angela go with each other because they're both like very quick, but
Right.
I also think that they don't take the shade too seriously. Like they can kind of laugh,
Let it
like
roll
very
off.
frenemy, right? And so I just want to see more of Kelly. We can chill out on the outfits, but other than that, I'm good.
It's fun shade that they do with each other, Angela and do with each other, and then, like those outfits are so elaborate. And I'm like, okay, well now I understand why you were so upset about this whole stylist situation because clearly you take this very, very seriously
Very serious.
from head to toe, honey. Angela, what are we thinking about Charles? Because Charles came out and Charles was in charge, and
I
I
think he's
personally,
hilarious.
you do.
I do. I know a lot of people are like, he doesn't like her, but I just feel like he's just like an old head. Like, and
Mm-hmm.
it's just like he's just not gonna do anything that he doesn't want to do. But
Mm-hmm.
like, I also feel like to that end, he's not gonna be with Angela if he doesn't want to be with her. So like,
Mm-hmm.
I think he likes her enough.
Especially as he's spending up all this money on them damn houses that aren't even
Right.
like ready.
He showed
It's
up at the reunion. Where's
ridiculous.
everybody else's husband?
And he made a good point. Like, damn, kind of ate them up.
Right.
So Porsha, obviously, now that we've got the house back, we got Simon out the country. Like, we are so back when it comes to Porsha. What would you like to see from her?
I'm a little bit nervous about Portia because I love Portia when she's like the queen of Thoughtlandia. I don't
Yes.
really know if we're ever gonna get that back. But I love like when Portia's fun, she's the most fun. When Portia's funny, she's so funny. And when
Yes.
Portia's not into it, it's like the worst thing ever. So
And that's what we got this season, really. Like, she was having funny, like, confessionals, I feel. And fun, and even, her, when Phaedra there, she especially got, like, activated and her fun side shown. But I
mhm.
just don't think that we got the best of, it wasn't what I expected from Porsha. It's not what I'm used to from Porsha. And it's also not, like, leading lady energy because she was essentially supposed to be, like, the Nene of it all. And I mean, there'd never be another Nene. And obviously, without Kenya there, she had a hard task. And I'm so grateful that Cynthia was able to kind of like pick up and be that sound
Mhm.
system or whatever. But yeah, like you said, I'm wanting fun Porsha back, and hopefully we get fun Porsha back because she's getting a hell of a lot in alimony, and she got her house back, and
Right.
everything is going. Her and Dennis are on a good note, it seems, and apparently she's got an African girlfriend. So like I'd
I
like to
know
see more of
her.
that, and ain't nothing wrong with that.
I know.
Drew.
Mm.
Drew. She is actually, this is the first time I'm actually like on Team Drew because she just lies so much. It's
She
become
does.
hilarious to me. And, I didn't like the whole like Dennis back and forth kind of thing.
Mhm.
I don't really care for Ralph coming up out the basement. Like,
Please.
he irks me to no end,
Real bad.
real bad. Like, but Drew, I'm just interested to see if they I want this divorce to be finalized.
Mm-hmm.
And I want her to start dating. I would love to see that. I want to see Black or Ty or whoever it is that she may be dating. And, you know, she has had, like, her album is actually a really good hit. So Drew has finally, like, earned my respect, even though she's been on there, 3 seasons now? And she's earned my respect, like, as a Atlanta housewife. What do you hope to see from Drew?
First scene of Drew next season, Angela Bassett, the basement is on fire and she's just walking away from that house. It just exploded.
Iconic. Iconic. Oh, that would be.
Yeah, I need her to get out from under Ralph. And honestly, just like you said, like, she has been known to be a liar. We all know this. It's very much like Mia. She'll just say, like, whatever. Mia before she got too dark on Potomac.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, if Drew would just find a truth,
and run with it.
And yeah, just go with that, girl. I'd love to see it.
Perfect. We already talked about Shamea and what she should do. We talked about Kelly, what she should do. Angela, what she should do. Porsha, what she should do. Phaedra. I'm going to need Phaedra to step it up because all she did was come in with the Angela shade.
Right.
She came in with the shade, which is what I expect from Phaedra, but I'm going to need her to show her little boyfriend, if she's still with him. Right. I'm going to need her to actually, like, stop making her storyline around other people. She obviously didn't deserve whatever that storyline was with Angela, because I don't think that she did that realistically. No. But she needs something more than to just these little, like, funny, like, quips. And I love Phaedra down, but it's like, okay, you're back on Real Housewives. You talk shit about the marriage medicine ladies. You skipped that reunion, so we're gonna need you to step it up.
Right. Yeah. Phaedra's one of her biggest flaws is that it seems like every show she goes on, people realize you're not really giving too much about yourself. This happened on Married to Medicine, happened before she left Atlanta. It's happening now on Atlanta currently. It happened on the Ultimate Girls Trip. Even Tamara called her out for it, be like, we don't know anything about you. And so, exactly. Yeah, I would like her to open it up. Like, I love seeing Mr. President in them and all the pants, very cute. But, like, is this man your actual boyfriend, Phaedra Parks? Because it's not giving. And if you don't want to like date anybody, then don't drag us through it. I don't need to see Che or any of these rent a boyfriends. Okay.
I don't need to see them, and I like to see Apollo, but I
on mute. Absolutely.
Yeah, exactly. I want to see him pick up the children and leave, but that's pretty much it. Because he's a good man to look at. But if y'all are not. Y'all don't got nothing going on down low, I don't care.
Right.
Yeah, Phaedra definitely needs a storyline. And then Cynthia, would you like to see Cynthia full-time? Or did she... I feel like she was full-time, like, by default once Kenya stepped out. And now she has a relationship. Yeah. So it would be... And then now Peter... he should... Please tell me that... Well, no, that sounds bad, but... He should be in jail by now. Like, leave.
He should be, and yet I keep seeing him. Like, everywhere. When are you reporting, sir? What's going on?
Like, they already sentenced you. Like, what's going on?
Ridiculous. I actually like Cynthia as the housewife of Bravo. Like, I want to see her in Beverly Hills. I want to see her in Miami. I want her to see it some random. Go to the lake. I don't care. She's just like going everywhere, and I'm loving to see it because she's like friends with literally everybody. So
right.
Let her do it.
She's like, you know what? She should just be a rotating friend. Like you're saying. That would be really fun because when I saw her on Beverly Hills, I'm like.
Right. I know you, girl.
And she's friends with Teresa. I don't know if New Jersey's coming back, but it's like very, very, very cool. And I would like actually for them to add Cynthia's daughter to Next Gen. So Riley could have a friend, like a real friend, other than Ariana. Ariana's doing a good job.
She's doing a good job. I'm only a few episodes into Next Gen. But does Noelle still live in LA? Because I heard that there might be an LA spinoff.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. You're right. I think that she is supposed to be on. Well, the rumor mill it said that. Yeah, actually, you know what? Stay in LA, so there can be one in LA. But I don't know who. If I
I
want to
would rather
see,
have her in New York than like hanging out with
yeah,
Nikki DeBro. But I mean, if you get a check, girl.
the dude, like you know what, the Dubrow children, they ain't too bad. But I have a
No.
feeling that Shannon's daughters are as horrible as she is, and that's what I don't want to see. Because
Mm.
Shannon is if you know, you know.
Mhm.
Okay, so Atlanta, what do you give this season overall? Because I wouldn't say it got mixed reviews. Everyone said that it was a kind of a flop, but me, I had fun from
I did
beginning to end.
too.
Even when I disagreed, I
Yeah,
had fun. So, what do you give this season? Like
I
on a
did
scale
too.
of like a 1 to 10?
I would say like a good 7 3/4. Like
Mm-hmm.
it was much better than the past two seasons before that. I think we got like some good girls and we have a good place to go. Like I'm excited. I'm with you. Like I was loving the whole season and I was not understanding why people were getting bored with it.
Oh my god, that's perfect. I thought that like maybe it's I don't know. Maybe it's just mainly like social media. Like you know how someone will say something and then a bunch of people will bandwagon on it. I feel
People
like
get real
that
strict
might
with
be.
Atlanta. If they don't like an episode, they're like, I'm never watching again.
And
So,
I'm like, how? Because you guys watch boring ass. And
hello.
I'm talking about the old New York.
Right, right.
So okay, so one scripted show which I want to touch on like lightly that you said that you were watching was In Just Like That.
Mhm.
Are you completely caught up to date? Because I don't want to spoil nothing for
I
you.
just caught up this weekend and oh, I was like, oh, it's getting good again. It's getting
Thoughts,
good.
thoughts, thoughts.
Oh, man, well, first when Carrie revealed like a few episodes back, like, you're not expecting me to like not sleep with anybody in this 5 year span that you got me waiting, right? I was like, thank you, God. Thank you, God. We said it. Um, yeah, I mean, I think it was so inevitable and it's now such a relief that we're like, this is not sustainable. You moping around in Virginia and you got this kid who needs a lot of help and we could go into how literally every child on And Just Like That is very annoying, but that's like another thing. Like, I don't
No,
want
that's
this.
a part of it. That's a great point. I'm sick of them. F them kids.
I don't need to be there. Like, Lily, go to college, please. So I yeah, I was like, thank God we're having this conversation. They're obviously setting up this like, English gentleman love story. And I noticed, I don't know if you saw this, caught this, that when she walked to go see the girls at the end of the episode, she was wearing a cardigan and it was that dude's cardigan that he had been wearing this whole
Mm,
time. I'm
I
like,
did not
oh,
catch that, but I'm
yeah,
here for it.
yeah.
I think I'm gonna post it to the timeline because I think that, and I don't know what team you were on, like when you were watching Sex in the City, but I was very much like Team Aiden. I hated Big so much. Then I went into the realization that Carrie was also a horrible person. So it makes sense that her and Big were getting together. But then again, when Big died, I was like, well, let's spin the block. And then like like once again, I was just like, hmm. And once I actually got what I wanted, which was for them to be together. And I'm like, oh, well, this is not fair because they're really not together. Like, they're not going to see each other. He wants her to wait
Right.
5 years. This is not fair. This is not a real storyline. Then they're like, let us cook. Let us cook.
Mm-hmm.
And we got them together. And it showed me that they just simply do not work together.
No,
And Aiden is just not for Carrie in any shape, way, or form.
no.
And I think that it was for people like me who have always been like, oh, Team Aiden, no matter what, give Aiden a chance. Oh my God, Aiden is back. Like, I think that they did that so we would understand these two are not supposed to be together. So, like, let me actually make you hate this situation and show
Yeah.
you this so you can understand that this is not what it's supposed to be. So
Mm-hmm.
I think that as bad as it was, I needed to see that, because without seeing them together, I would still be like, oh my God, I want Carrie and Aiden to like really work it out.
Right. Right.
Were
Yeah, I
you
mean,
big or Aiden?
I I was like kind of 50-50 on both of them. Like I saw both sides to it, but ultimately like I never saw Carrie as like the down home kind of girl. But I also didn't see her as this like well-heeled Mrs. Big girl either. Like neither of them were like a perfect fit. So yeah, I mean the restrictions that Aiden put on her and the games that were being played over the course of all these decades, I'm like, go back to Virginia. Please. Take the trust and go.
Take that ATV back.
Please.
Like, he had my girl in the country on an ATV in a little home on the prairie story.
Right.
Like, what the hell is going on? That was really the first time I was like, oh my God, maybe it won't work out.
Right. Right.
I hate them kids like so bad. He was also like hooking up with his baby mama, and I'm like, we should have known that.
Right.
Because it's always that. And like, that was some real life stuff right there.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm. And I felt like Carrie being like, it's okay, was probably the first indication that things were not good with them. She's like, don't even worry about it.
because it's a wrap anyway. Because, a woman like breaks up with you before in her head before she actually like breaks up with you in real life. And I felt like that was like so real. You know what I
She
mean?
broke up with him when she put those heels off to not bother that man above the floor, above him.
Exactly. Oh my God. Like, she's so worried about her fine ass writer neighbor that she's just like, me, Aiden's a Virginia child. What's up with this book, honey?
Right.
Like,
I'm in the writer's room, okay?
exactly. So what are we thinking about? Let's just do Miranda before we get to Charlotte, because I have some thoughts on what's going on with Charlotte and Harry, and I don't really. That's the only one that's really like getting on my nerves. Miranda, I think that her and this new lady, this stiff upper lip, this other UK like person on the show, I think that she actually finally found someone that's kind of like her level, like a power les.
Yeah, yeah. But I feel like we haven't really seen a lot of interaction, so I'm wondering if there's going to be conflict between that relationship and the rest of the girls. Like I'm wondering if we're getting set up for that.
Yeah, especially like at the party. I'm just like, how would she really like interact with these women?
Mhm. Yeah.
But I would rather have her with. I think that I want Carrie to be dating. I
Yes.
want Miranda to be in a serious relationship, and then I want Charlotte and Harry to just stay together, no problems whatsoever, because
No,
I
right.
need that stability. Like, I need a mom and dad.
Fully.
And maybe that comes from my own life, but I need them to be okay, because y'all already took Steve. Like,
Right. And I love Steve.
what more do you want from me? Like,
Steve is my man. Oh, that thick accent and all those abs. God bless him.
Adi, Adi, Adi. And then they made him like deaf or whatever. And then she was just disgusted with him. The other thing that I was noticing is that Carrie, for some reason, I think this entire spinoff, she just cannot stand Miranda. And I'm not understanding why. Like, every time Miranda talks, she's just like, shut up. Like, She's pissed at her. Like when
Yeah.
she looked in the book and she was like, oh, and she noticed because Carrie, girl, you were being messy. Clearly, anyone would see how you are kind of flirting with this dude at the party. And she's like, Miranda, I'm in a relationship. Yeah,
Right.
and what? Like, we're two girls. I'm noticing something. I'm picking something up. You don't need to get mad at me for that. Like, that was
I thought we
really
were
weird for
giggling,
her.
girl. Like, what happened? I thought we were kikiing and having a little laugh, but
Exactly. What was
okay.
that about? And then she snapped on her. Well, okay, to be fair, that whole shade thing, and she was supposed to be taking care of Carrie, and she was getting finger blasted in the kitchen. I
Yeah.
understand why she snapped on her then, but I just feel like the entirety of it, and just like that, she just does not like Miranda, and I don't understand like where does this dynamic come from, especially considering that really the tea is Samantha don't like you. So like, what's going on here?
Right.
Like, it's weird.
Right.
So then finally we get to Harry and Charlotte and their little family. Like, okay, they gave Harry cancer. Um, I'm glad that he's going to be okay, basically, it seems. But what's going on with Charlotte, like, passing out? Like, she's already got enough on her plate.
Right. I didn't even remember that she had vertigo. This is like a running story, a recurring storyline.
That is not vertigo. Like, are they about to kill her off?
I
Because what the hell
know.
is going on?
I know. Like, her story seems so like in a different world, kind of like LTW.
Yeah.
Like they're doing a whole different thing, and yeah, it feels like they don't really know what to do with Charlotte, so they just throw everything at her.
Make her husband have cancer, make her pass out. And I'm just like, okay, well, both of them, somebody got to be stable. Like, what
Right.
is happening? And
Charlotte can't be with another man who, I mean, whether he's healthy or not, cannot have sex with her. Like that's very important with her. We already did this with Trey, you know?
ooh, tea, because you would think that Charlotte does not mind, the sexual incompetency area, but no, she as she should. Like, her man got to play it down. So like, I am not understanding like what is going on. And Lisa Todd Wexley, that's the last one that I wanted to bring up. Obviously, I wanted to bring up the OGs first, but we have her, and okay, do we think that she gonna cheat?
Yes. And she needs to. Like,
What,
she's
you
too
want
hot.
her to?
Here's my thing. I don't really love Marion for her. Like, I don't really see the chemistry. But I also don't see the chemistry with Hurrdat either. Hurrdat seems like a dork, but like not even in a hot way the way Harry is. I'm like, oh, well, Harry's like a cute dork. Hurrdat's just like a dork. And I just feel like she needs somebody hotter, but it's not Marion. I don't feel Marion for her either. So I don't know.
I just, I don't know how I feel about like, okay, what was Miranda's friend, the black girl with the locks or
And
the braids?
I was asking my friend Princess what happened
What
to Miranda's emotional support black person. Where'd she
Yeah,
go?
like where did
I
she
don't know.
go? And I do, because she broke up with her man, and then she was kind of all over the place. But I didn't want them to like just take her off the show. But then now with LTW, I'm like, okay, so now you're gonna make her unfaithful, and they killed her dad twice. Like, like it's a bit of a mess, but it's one that you can't like stop watching. I don't want her to cheat, but I do want him to kind of like step it up. Like, you don't need to run for whatever position that you're running for. You need to be involved in your family, and you already have like such a like important family within the city, and you're married to a creative, and that man is real fine. So be on
Mhm.
your toes,
Yeah.
So I don't know, but I am actually not I mean, I wouldn't say I'm loving this. I liked season 2 better than this season, but now that the whole Aiden storyline, we know how it like ends kind of, I'm so ready to usher in this new era, see what's going on with the English writer and Carrie, see what's going on with Miranda and this new woman that she has in her life, and see what's going on with LTW and Charlotte's health. I just hope that it is vertigo and they're not hinting at something worse because I don't really need that. I want it to be a little bit more fun, you know, because
Right.
we've dealt with heavy stuff. Like they killed Big on the first episode of
I
the
know.
reboot. Like, you know, Harry has cancer. Lisa Todd Wexley's dad died. Like we've had the heavy things happen. We got a divorce with Steve and Miranda. So like let's get some fun Sex and the City themes back.
I agree.
How do you think the season is going to end? Is Carrie going to basically kind of be on a cliffhanger with this English dude? Do we think that she might go back to London with him? Or because I think he said he'd spend some time in America and then some time in London. Or do you think that they would be a good couple?
I see there being, I don't know, like, I do actually, because I feel like they started off where he was like grumpy, and I feel
Yeah.
like she's gonna like open up the softer side of him, you know?
Enemies to lovers storyline, very
Yeah,
much.
totally.
Well, I love that. I love that you're watching it and actually just like taking it as a show and not just like, oh, I hate everything about this. I understand
Yeah.
that it's different for some people, but I don't know. Like, it's something to watch. And I like seeing these familiar faces. And when Carrie came on with that bonnet, I knew she was going to be on some bullshit that's this whole season. Like, what? I still want that bonnet so bad. It was
Right.
$500. But yeah, I'm loving some of Carrie's like fashion too in this
Mm-hmm.
these new episodes. So it's been so good. Well, it's been so amazing to finally have you on the show. You will
It's
have
so
to come
fun.
back. I've had so much fun
Yes,
talking
I'm gonna have to have you
reality.
over. Yeah, for sure.
Please, I will say yes anytime. Just DM me, email me, but tell the people where to find you and tell the people how we can support you.
Yeah, my podcast is called Everyone's Business But Mine. You can find me on Instagram at Everyone's Business But Mine. Listen to me anywhere you listen to podcasts. And yeah, I have a Patreon at patreon.com/EBBM podcast. Right now I'm recapping The Ultimatum Queer Love on Netflix.
Ooh, that's good. That's the second season?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, perfect. Well, you heard it, and make sure you rate 5 stars every time you go over there. Like, even if you don't listen, just rate us 5 stars because it really helps us be seen. Okay,
Amen.
so thank you guys for listening. I will be back Saturday, most likely. Thank you. Love you. Bye.
Bye.